Hello, Math 3 peeps. In the previous video, we looked at dividing polynomials using long division. In this video, we're going to look at a shortcut method called synthetic division, where we would divide polynomials using this method. This method has some limitations. The limitations of this method is that our divisor has to be linear, meaning it has to have an exponent of 1, and the coefficient has to be 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the constant of our divisor and we're going to make it the opposite, and it gets its own little house, and then we write the coefficients of our dividend. So we're going to write the coefficients of our dividend, including their signs, here. So we get 2, 4, -3, -6. We'll draw a little line. Now this line I'm drawing because this is going to give me my remainder. And the way this process works is just a matter of multiplying and dividing. So the leading coefficient will drop, and then we're going to multiply and divide. So -3 times 2 is -6. So I multiplied these two together. And now I'm going to add these two together. So 4 plus -6 is -2. And I repeat that process. I'm going to multiply -3 and -2 to get 6, +6. Add these two together, we get +3. Then I multiply -3 and 3, I get 9, -9. And why do I feel like I've done something wrong here? That's 4, -3, -6. So 2 times -3 is -6, -2, +6, +3, -9. And so what happens here, this becomes our answer. So remember when we did long division, how that x cubed, and our answer started with x squared, because x goes into 2x cubed, 2x squared time. So that's where we're going to get this 2x squared, and then we just keep dropping 2x plus 3, and our remainder is -15. So our remainder we're going to write as -15 over x plus 3, our divisor. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, let's do another one. Our divisor here is x plus 7. So we're going to take the opposite of 7, give it its own little house, and then we're going to write the coefficients of each of the dividend. So we get 4, 27, 3, 64. And remember, this is our remainder, so we set it apart and we drop the 4. So once again, we're going to multiply and then add. So -7 times 4 is -28. Adding that together, I get -1. -7 times -1 is +7. Add that together to get 10. -7 times 10 is -7. This will be my remainder, which would be -6, if my math is correct. So again, because I started with x cubed, my answer is going to drop. So I'm going to start with 4x squared minus x plus 10, and then -6 over x plus 7. Okay, are we getting it? Now, just like when we did long division, every term has to be represented. So if we look, we're missing x squared here. So I have to represent that x squared, and I'll represent it by saying it's x cubed plus 0x squared minus 4x plus 6. Okay, so now we're ready to divide. So if we're missing a term, if we're missing a degree, you have to have all the degrees represented. So I'm missing the second degree, so I'm going to replace it with x squared. So once again, I'm going to take the opposite of 3, give it its own little house, and then I'm going to do the coefficients of the dividend: 1, 0, -4, 6. The 1 drops. So we get negative 3 times 1, which is negative 3. We add those together. We multiply negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9. We add those together. That's 5. And negative 15, which will make this negative 9, I think, if my math is correct. So we're going to 6, is that right? We're adding those together. Why does that not seem right to me? 6 minus negative 9 is 15. Okay, so again, we're going to drop. So this becomes x squared minus 3x plus 5, and then negative 9 over x plus 3. Okay? Now let's go and do one where we have x to the 4th, a bigger power, which is exactly the same thing. We're going to do it the exact same way. We're going to take negative 6, give it its own little house, take the coefficients of the dividend, we're going to drop the 1 and make room for our remainder. So multiplying, we get negative 6 times 1, which is negative 6. Adding, we get negative 1. Negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6. That'll give us negative 5. Negative 6 times negative 5 is 30, which would give me negative or positive 5. And that's negative 30. So my answer is, so this time, since we started with p to the 4th, we're going to end with p to the 3rd minus p squared minus 5p plus 5. And then, what is that? Negative 1 minus 1 over p plus 6. Okay? All righty, boys and girls, that is synthetic division. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and we will see you later. Bye.